taub ansannen, Eier, Mann, da.
Give up your fouls. That's mine.
Well, hello there, stranger. Whew. You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you? I ask you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or hands to shake with, nose to look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you. If that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here. Ooh, well, look at that. You're a blinking genius. I knew you were special. See all them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you. See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or that's a better word. Notion? Better word than that. Premonition. A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up. Now you see that tower out there? Big, scary one? That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper, to be judged. I'm gonna present your case, tell her the whole story of your entire life, from prow to stern. Now, if she's impressed, I get paid the Bitcoin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you, well, we don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me. No, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts. Unsatisfactory. Clock watchers. I got some words for you.
Is this my barking? Wait, this dude ain't a cat?
Sorry you had to hear that.
No.
So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back to the very beginning. The first thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you there. But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, all right? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years. That's just how this thing works. Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. And don't be afraid. And don't try to fight.
And just try to enjoy it this time.
Look at that sun. We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us. Why are you smiling like that? Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
You see that big spiky plant over there? That's called an agave. 11 years from now, that plant...
I didn't blink.
Day really slipped away, didn't it? Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess. Where's the...
I'm not
Hey.
blinking.
Go ahead, kid. Look at that. There's your little hand.
We have to make him do this.
Oh, you want to play along with Mommy, don't you?
I'm not.
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
I like the music.
That's very specific.
I also...
Look at his little face. What do you think he's thinking about?
I don't know. Probably solving the problems of the universe.
So, do you think he's going to be smart?
I don't see why not. I mean, we're both pretty smart.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's going to be, necessarily.
You're right. No?
No, it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you? Right. No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand. Thank you for considering my piece, John. It really means a lot. Oh, that's sure a little mess of color. Hey, we do not throw things in this house.
But we'll fall.
See? That used to be my piano. My dad gave it to me. He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it. God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first. I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though. He was what you might call the strong, silent type. Can you believe I grew up in the snow? And I came all the way out here to the beach. I don't even know how I got here. Your dad got his job and I just came with him. Like a human suitcase.
Okay, Benny. Are you ready to see something really special?
I just don't want him to... Richard,
What?
That's a
it's the
kid.
cutest thing I've ever seen.
Kitty cat.
What's wrong with that?
We can't keep him, can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no, right?
No. We'll find someone to take it.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember? There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor? You remember how to play that one? Very good. Just one note different. That one sounds sad, doesn't it? Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels. Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano there.
It's so hard not to blink right now. Bro, look how cute the cat is. Damn.
She was in grad school studying composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I can somehow keep up. I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes, you know.
Gravitas.
Very quickly lost. God, she dragged me to so many places. It was wonderful.
I know. It's not what I meant. Ah.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid, but he's brilliant. We need to get him into serious piano lessons.
Sure. You know anyone who might be a good teacher for him?
What? I mean, in the city, sure. Not out here, I don't.
I mean,
No. Get the cat.
Oh, God, I have my interview in 5 minutes, and I completely forgot to feed him.
don't worry, I already did.
For a moment, I forgot what a great father you are.
Focus on the interview, honey. I got this.
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table. They will literally be on your desk when you get in. What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow morning? We are...
Oh, I just pissed
When's
on
he
the
coming?
paper, bro. I got
I'm flying
down.
him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Hey, why not? You're a working woman now.
I guess that's true.
Don't let it go to your head, but yeah.
Please let the cat know. It's time to use the litter box, though.
Baby steps. He's got one eye.
This is called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit. You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius, I could live on through that as well. Nope.
Oh, that was an accident.
really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
Subdivide the time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E.
You're off. You're off, Ben. You can't hear that?
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that. Oh my. Well, don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy. Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now.
I was trying to scratch my eye and I couldn't stop in time.
Ernie!
Ernie!
Buddy!
Ernie!
Ernie!
So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
But Ernie's a boy.
And you're sure about that? I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't...
Kicked him!
He keeps coloring the grass blue, the ocean green, and then the... Are you able to pick up the new book?
Yes. You know, Italian is of particular interest.
I meant Benny's book.
Oh, yeah. That's what's it.
It's extremely expensive, right?
Can't put a price on learning.
I mean, they did. And it's stupidly big.
Fuck. I had hair on my
It
face.
seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex. But just take it one day at a time. Trust me. You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand. Listen to him, Richard. I've been listening to him in that competition. The quiz said find the zero, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I mean, everything is wrong with that.
Congratulations, B! First of many, I'd assume.
I want that box full by the time I come in there. If you don't play with...
Oops.
This isn't my house. It's not my house.
Right. It's my house. You have 5 minutes to get down or I'll drive it.
Fall back, you fool. I'll have your head. I'll feed them to the cat.
Play inside.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come over here.
No, you stay there.
Yes, Mr. Camera Boy. I'm talking to you.
Yeah, nah, I'm good. Stay there. Oh.
Why are you always out here taking photos?
Because I can.
You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Chloe!
Oh shoot. I think I gotta go.
Quiet, everyone. Benny's about to play for us.
Wow, Elle, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raised a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
I didn't even blink.
The class is world history. My name is Mr. Isaac. The class will be broken up into
Hey, you.
units.
Look on your desk. I wrote you something.
We're in the same class, what a coincidence. Please keep in mind that while we're at school, we don't know each other. Do not
This
talk
is
to me ever. Love,
I want
Chloe.
each of you to write it down. Not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space. Okay, now I will go on to the next slide. Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
You were taking notes, weren't you, Chloe?
Those who
Oh,
cannot
yes,
remember the
of
past are condemned to repeat it.
I tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted.
I'm 11 years
That's
old
that he
now,
bought
hell
it
yeah.
himself. The little guys are pretty cute, though. I will admit that. Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think about
And here
that.
comes as the prize. At long last, your favorite co-star ready for a battle to the playscape. Join Marcy and her four sad brothers as they search for their lost mother, the legendary Korean conch and trap Gooey Monster with Dr. Ev's about to blink, pretended seashells and got them into spectacular battles, and when all else fails, as usual, crunching it. Hang on. Bark knuckles, shrimp, lobster. Oh god, time dong.
I've definitely seen you next door, but I didn't realize you guys had become friends.
Oh, sure. We sit together in history class. I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
Very sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
You are not my friend, by the way. Since you refused to help me in class, I decided our relationship is purely transactional.
What a bitch, bro.
Okay, shut up. I really want
Did
this
she just
one.
give me? Yeah,
Maybe
bro. There is
I'll
the fucking bomb.
It's called a magnet school. It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go in and meet the dean I spoke with. You know, life can take you to some incredible places.
Oops.
So what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Fuck yeah.
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry.
Oh, pardon me.
If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come?
It was a bitch anyway. I didn't want to blink, but apparently I did, but you know. It was a bitch anyway.
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it. Just like to see you really rise to the occasion, just this once. I wish I had the option of going to a school like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that. What was that? Was that the piece? What is going on with you these days? I barely know whose kid you... Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice. Oh my god. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
So listen, I found a construct.
What are you...
Oh.
Anubis.
Anubis.
In the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her
I'd love to have a
land
history
of the
teacher
dead.
like this. I mean, my history teacher was pretty
And
dope
what if they are deemed unworthy?
as well, but goddamn.
Well, you can see that ugly fur ball
Oh.
under the scale.
Hey,
That,
Mr. Kid. Over here. That's... Look at it.
the head of a crocodile, fur of a lion, see, and the body of a hippopotamus.
Tonight after my dad goes to sleep, I'm
Well, I
going
would
to
not say
sneak
that
out
to
my
her
house
face.
and go to sleep on the beach.
Now,
If you want to get
as
invited,
you
draw me a
can
picture of
see,
Mr.
she
Ajak,
is ready to
feeling
devour
constipated.
any of the
Love with
deceased who
maybe
do not
kid.
pass judgment. Sort of like me with your weekly quizzes. So I am not quite sure why I don't hear more frantic scribbling right now.
He's waiting for it, isn't he?
Slightly worried about having you change schools just as he's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children. But
Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean, this is no offense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
So, but you're mastering fucking piano skills, huh?
Why are you trying to turn the lights off?
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Wow, didn't think you'd actually pick up. I mistook you for a baby. I apologize.
Ooh, maybe I should have
Now
not
that
answered. Oh, I didn't mean to blink. Oh well.
You know, I'm really glad you're here. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off of your chest. Okay. I don't think Consters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cash grab. So, I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game. But I also think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much. We would have been so focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were playing it. Like, my favorite vegetable is a tomato, but Yoon thinks that they're the grossest ever. And you're probably the least popular boy in the school, but I also like
Stay
hanging out
here.
with you the most, which was also something I wanted to talk to you about. I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird.
Fuck.
Probably didn't sleep at all. Out in the cold all night. You're already feeling sick, aren't you? It's okay. You still got this. I mean, all the practice had to count for something. Maybe just try and close your eyes now and get a little sleep on the way over. I'm going to play the recording so the sound of mastery can seep into your subconscious a little, okay? Close your eyes, Ben. I'm going to be there soon.
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear.
Like two people, but okay.
Oh, okay. I think that's enough. So, Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes? as you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path, wherever it may take you, okay?
Maybe I pushed you too hard. Maybe I turned into my own father. I don't know. You have to find something to focus on. The world isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something.
We want him home from school for a while. Just until this nasty thing clears. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just maybe 5 minutes, kiddo, okay?
It's a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Having him home for a while means I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus him, make sure he's staying engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer? Please?
Damn. Does he have cancer or something? Is some type of immune system failing or something? Anything we can look at?
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
You hear me? Why isn't your son eating with us, Al?
But this man can fucking draw.
Well, ever since he got sick.
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
I really got.
You are not here to learn to be painters.
I thought that was a homeless dude for a second.
You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art. Oh, how very wacky and fun these are. It's very... There you go, Mr. Bryn. Feel each shape. You feel. I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Bryn has done here.
Mr. Bryn has done here.
You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece. I pray you have a strong hold on yourself, Mr. Bryn.
Thank you.
For I fear that talent like these, you may soon be swept away by a whirlwind.
I'm stunned.
Oops.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating, and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Benjamin! Marvelous show last week. Truly stunning. I've never been prouder.
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul. Now look at that. You've crumpled my contract. Whatever you want, kid. Sure, you got talent. Okay, that's it.
To being a difficult artist, the best of us are.
I wouldn't drink champagne or wine, but I guess we'll. Fuck, I went too far.
Hey, stop. Is that a... I think it is. More places.
Voila. I made some art.
I bet you're happy you threw that contract in her face now. You...
Oh! I didn't mean to do that.
Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't... Oh, Danny, I told you not to pick up. There's nothing you can do for me right now. All you can do is just keep painting, keep striving. You make that work of true genius. I can just tell
Does we
you're
have our
almost
own
there.
apartment now?
So,
Well,
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear
Aw.
from the person who I believe is the single thing in the world my wife is most proud of. Her magnum opus, so to speak. I think you all know who I'm talking about. Benny? Ready to come up here? Go on, B. Say something. What's wrong? Why aren't...
Hey, you. As you know, I talk to big, very important people every day. And there's one thing that everybody is asking me. What's going on with Benjamin Brin? And what am I supposed to say? That I haven't heard from my star pupil in 6 months?
God
This
damn.
is getting ridiculous.
Bro, his mother died, bro. The fuck? Fuck off, bro. Who wouldn't it be like that, bro?
You are a snake. You are a fraud. But worst of all, Benjamin, you are a little tease. I have told the world that Benjamin Brain is a genius. I have told the world that Benjamin Brain is silent because Benjamin Brain is hard at work.
Nah, this thing needs to shut the fuck up, bro.
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. Then I just find myself breaking down again. I hope you understand.
Yeah.
Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter.
I'm just so glad you got to speak to her one last time. I mean, I know she told you not to pick up the phone, but...
Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us. Like I can see her in the paint. I can feel her.
Mm.
Is that really you? It's Chloe, your neighbor.
Oh no.
My God, I can't believe this. It's been years.
So
I just
who
walked
are you?
through the entire show. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't know who you are.
I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that.
Sure, random stranger, let's do it.
I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those little drawings you did.
Mitch, you're always trying to talk shit about me, bro. Sheesh.
And your mom.
Loves cringe.
I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music. She was a genius. Like mother, like son, I guess. Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a drink or something?
But she has the same name as my girlfriend.
I'd really love to catch
let's
up.
do it.
I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
Oh!
Now would you look at that? I cannot believe my luck. You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. All the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Oh! Well, there you are.
Yeah.
Well, hello, sir.
Yes,
If I'd
hello.
realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but... Whew, internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right. Proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go.
Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man.
Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one?
His childhood was a lonely one. Growing up as a strange, quiet child in an isolated seaside town.
Country town, but...
What'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant.
How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding? Kind of like your champion or more like a taskmaster?
Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could.
And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or your first love? Now be honest here.
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick, and he had to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten: painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scumballs! You mucky fowls!
But I still believe this man's a fucking cat, not a dog.
All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
I had assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're lyre birds. They're what becomes of souls who try to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings.
Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one.
Hopefully you won't be seeing him again. You're a flea-bitten sap, you know that? Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for. Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if
What
they
did
were
I lie
glass.
about?
So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth.
This ain't a schoolyard staring contest, buddy. You best close those beady little eyes.
Not this.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor? You remember how to play that one?
You know, my father once told me.
This. Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call? Keep your eyes open. I need to see.
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
Oh. Oh, what is
See,
it?
she knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a prodigal talent. I get it. Let's move.
1 Ian, 2 Ian, 3 Ian, 4 Ian, and a 1
And then a 2 in and an E and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. I'm not even playing.
Eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I didn't
Let's
blink.
try this again.
There we go. Oh!
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work. To make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom,
But we got the Y.
I know you want to stay here, man, but we don't have the time.
so this has been a big surprise for me this year.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you...
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep blinking.
I'm blinking, motherfucker. Fuck, okay, I blinked that
Keep
time.
your eyes
Open! I'm trying to. I'm trying. Much better.
I mean,
Then what's the point? The point.
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. It's okay.
What was
I
I
see.
really?
You got sick. You howled at the moon, at the top of your lungs. You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember.
Oh. Do not really know what I'm going to do, just waiting for this other game to go. I'm having so much playing this. What am I supposed to be looking at now? Here we go. I'm up again. Do not really know what to do.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Australia! Fuck yeah, Aussie, 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 oi, oi,
Try
oi.
writing with it. Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics. Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius. Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's a story I want to hear.
I didn't even
Man,
blink, but I did.
This is wild. You really got into this, didn't you?
Bonsai tree.
Oh, here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. First love? Okay, Benny.
Damn, I'm getting shamed.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable. You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
you're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading aloud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do. Can't.
Go in there and tell me love.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Go to bed. I'll talk to you. Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, you know, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a lonely one, growing up a strange and quiet child in an isolated seaside town. Certainly bummed you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where did you learn to write so well? All those cool words. Reads like Dickens. Really just very cool stuff, kiddo. You should be very proud, okay? Okay. Love you, buddy.
Love you too, Dad. My dad wasn't like that. I mean, he loved me, but my parents just were never together before he passed away. I mean, they were separated for what, like 18, 17 years. He died when I was 20. Yeah.
Benny! Benny! Ben! Oh God, can you hear me? Richard! Richard, get up!
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button, and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one. Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you.
Oh. Don't say the game just crashed.
piano. What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I haven't...
Hey, Danny. Buddy. Did you just throw something? Kinda sounded like you threw your cell phone at the wall. You know, your mom's not mad at you.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. Not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano. Just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. Once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, that's my bass. How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening. What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine.
Bah, pauvre qu'elle.
She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Betty is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No. What does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But... Hey! What are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you. I want to give you something, but I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you, and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
Oh, that's sweet, bro.
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
Ah, it's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
It's okay, Benny, I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Rich.
You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think.
Ooh.
There she is. Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative. And the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn
was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father.
In a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or...
At least that's what she dreamed.
So, when her own
dreams didn't pan out, she began to...
For him. But
then, when he
was just 11 years old, he got
sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year,
he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story
of the great life he thought he wanted to live. which only made him forget the great life he already had.
How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met
a girl, his neighbor, who felt
alone in the world and made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope. How he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in. Go on. You know what to do.
Why is he smiling like that?
It must be somewhere that he likes.
That was a very good game. Didn't make me cry. I didn't cry, but it was definitely a really good game.
Me 2.0 for you. And when you meet somebody, you're gonna feel the same way I do. I'm gonna say I love you before you say I'm gone. When that chance comes through, I'm gonna prove you wrong. In a market, in a desert, you'll remember why you came here. There's a couple pictures of you laughing, gripped tight to raffle tickets. I've got memories, but I'm slipping. You left some people in here wondering if you'll stay here or not. You wanna make some money, give a kid to dad when he has somebody. You're gonna feel the same, and without him, you'll be thinking you'll have pictures in his wallet. There's a couple pictures of you laughing, gripped tight to raffle tickets. I've got memories, but I'm slipping. You left some people in here wondering if you'll stay here or not.
I guess that's that game. I enjoyed it a lot. Tons